in App Inventor, when you're developing an app, you know when you download an app from the App Store, it has a little icon in the app. Well, if you don't put an icon in yours, it will just look like the standard App Inventor icon. So on your main screen, if you go over to the right-hand side and scroll down, you will see icon. And in there, you can select whatever icon that you want in your app. So for example, when you download an app and you go to press it, the little picture that's inside the square box is going to be whatever you put in here. So that was the first thing. The second thing is, if you're designing an app and you've got a main on your screen, you can put in a background image of your choice, and then you can drag your buttons in as normal and do the normal stuff. And here in screen 1, you can see over on the right hand side background image, and I found this on the internet. It's supposed to be feathers. So I downloaded this image, and there's also a free software called PicMonkey, where you can actually take an image in and you can play around with it. If you have a background image, you probably don't want it too dark because your buttons will look, you might have trouble seeing your buttons and so on, but so this is recorded. You can see that PicMonkey is something that you can do to edit photographs that you download, and you can put them in as background image here. So that was the second thing. The third thing was when you move your phone, it can go from portrait to landscape, and if your app, if you want to fix it at portrait only or landscape only, or you want it to rotate, you'll see here again on the screen, you will see screen orientation, and the choices are, do you want it portrait, landscape, or do you want the sensor inside the phone to change it for you? Sometimes
I didn't see earlier where you were saying that the icon was, and I can't see now where you're saying orientation is. You seem to be scrolled down. I can't see what you're.
You can't see the screen?
I can see the screen, but I'm looking at the very bottom of your tablet. I can't see orientation or anything. I've just got the bottom half of your tablet on screen.
Right. So what are you seeing there now at the moment? Are you seeing?
I'm seeing the top half of it now. Yeah, I can see it now.
Right. As I scroll down, can you see it?
I can only see the bottom of your little tablet, just the bottom 2 buttons.
Can you see over here on the right-hand side?
I can't see your cursor. I can see delete and rename at the top of the screen and just the 4 or 5 media files. Now I can see the top.
What about the rest of you? Can you see, if I scroll down, can you see me holding the cursor over screen orientation?
Yeah, I can see it, Martin.
Yeah, we can see you. It's down on the right-hand side, Gabriel. The bottom.
Can you see that, Gabriel? I have it over portrait at the moment, then landscape and sensor.
Right, got it.
Can you?
I had to move my Zoom. Sorry, thank you.
Okay, no problem. It depends on what you want. If you want your app just to stay in portrait all the time, you just select portrait. And by the way, if you have more than one screen, you will have to do that selection for them all. At the moment, we're just in screen 1. So if you have multiple screens, you will have to, if you're selecting portrait, you have to do it on all screens if you want it to be in portrait for all screens. So that was the third thing. The fourth thing is, how do you upload to Google Maps? And if you go to MIT App Inventor, and if you go up, last week we looked at how you connect with AI Companion, or you can build it and or permanently put it on your phone, you download this .apk file. So if you have that file downloaded onto your computer, only when you're completely free or happy that the app is everything you want. And I would suggest that before you put your app up in the Google Play Store, just store it on a couple of Android devices to see how it looks. It should be okay, but you should do plenty of testing before you put it up. So you get the QR code, you download it onto your machine, and then if you just Google publishing apps to Google Play with App Inventor, this will tell you exactly. It tells you to get the APK file, and then you go to Google Play Publishing Home, and there's simple steps there to publish your app to Google Play. I'm not quite sure what the cost is. I think it's around 20 quid, 20 euro. So that was the, let me just get this right. The icon, if you want a background, portrait or landscape, and uploading to Google Play. And I just want to move on now to how you can use Thunkable, which is a different development system. And when you see it, you'll see how similar it is to MIT App Inventor. And it was actually the guys who did all the research on the MIT App Inventor in Boston set up their own company. And it's called Thunkable now. I'll just go back here a sec. They have set this software or cloud software, whatever you want to call it, up. And there's three different levels of, well, there's two different levels. You can go pro or you can go free. I started off free, and it was absolutely fine. I went pro and I didn't find much difference, to be honest. The only one thing is that your app is, if you go free, your app is visible on there, but there's thousands or hundreds, thousands of apps there. So you can decide, but you can see here that I went pro, and it's actually finishing up in July the 12th. But I've cancelled it already because there's no need. Okay, so I just I'll click into an example here that I just did up for this here. So the first thing I suggest to you to do, regardless of what phone you have at the moment, can you go to the Google Play Store or the Apple Store and download the app? It's called Thunkable Live. Possible. Now the advantage of Thunkable is that you design your app on here and it'll work on both Android and Apple.
Okay, just to clarify then, Martin, you want everybody to do this now?
Yeah, download the app Thunkable. And if you want to try it on your iPhone or iPad, fine. Or if you've just got an Android device, download it from the Google Play Store. It works for either. Also on your PC, go to thunkable.com. And log in with your Gmail details, the exact same as you did with App Inventor. So you go to thunkable.com on your laptop, log in with your Gmail details, Download the app onto your phone or tablet, Apple or Android, and in the app, log in with your Google details. Any questions, fire away at any stage.
So Martin, in terms of we're logging into Thunkable, are we signing up or logging in? Well, have we signed in before?
You haven't signed in before, so you probably sign up with your Google details, sorry. I realize I should have sent that them details out earlier, but to get your phone and your laptop to link, you have to make sure that you're logged in with the same details on both the app and on the computer. Anybody having any problems? Or?
Yeah, just downloading the app on my phone here is a bit slow. I have a pretty fast Wi-Fi in the house, but it's very slow coming off Google Play. I might just cancel it and restart it again.
Yeah, sometimes
I'm
that helps.
Yeah, I'm logged in online on Thunkable. That's not a problem. It's just the thing I thought would be fast is slow, and the thing I thought would be slow is fast. That makes sense. Cancel that.
And when we have this set up, I'll show you exactly how you can do the same thing. Google Maps, I'll put 3 buttons on the screen. One will take you to Google Maps, one will take you to Facebook, and one will take you to a website. And you can try it on either phone. And the good thing is, when you have that folder saved, if you only have an Android device today and the next time you go on, you have your Apple device, you can just move straight over. I'll show you shortly. That's done. You just let me know when you're ready to go.
Okay, guys. Grace, Roshan, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Roshan?
Is it Thunkable Live is what you put on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The same little icon as this here.
Yeah,
so
got it.
Going back to previous, whatever icon you choose in App Inventor, that's what's going to, if we had chosen that image there, that's what your app would look like. So whatever image you put into icon, but it's called Thunkable Live, yeah. I'm just getting a charger for my PC. I see it's very low. Hold on a second.
I did notice that myself, Martin. Can I just ask anybody who hasn't signed into the chat to do so, just so that we have a record of attendance, please? Thank you.
Well, I get started here, do you think, or?
Yeah, go for it.
On your main screen, you'll see here I have some previous Thunkable apps. And are you seeing the screen at the moment with just create new app? I'll just take you through the process. I'll do a very basic one.
Yeah, I can see it. Just it's hard to. Some people have their screens off. Just
yeah. So basically, you just click on create new app. My last test was 4, so I'm going to call it test 5. You can call it whatever. And I go create. And this is their development system. You see here in the middle, the one screen, there's a plus here to add more screens if need be. And the components are here. It might be a little bit less user friendly, but if you're looking for a button, the best thing you can do is type in button and it should appear down here. I'll just drag the button in. This is the name of the button. If you want to edit the text, no, you can just go in here and just type in hello. You can change the color of the text and all that sort of stuff that we could previously. You can change the background color. So it's just a matter of a little bit getting used to. You can actually put in a background picture if you want. You can go upload files and go to wherever you have your pictures. I actually put that in the button, but if I went to the screen, you can see the background there. And so it's very similar to MIT App Inventor. And also, I don't know if you remember text to speech. Map Inventor, and if you drag that in, it's not visible on the screen, but it allows us to get our phone to talk to us. So you just go to blocks then, and you'll see the button here and text to speech. If I go button 1, when button 1 click, text to speech, it's called in text to speech called speak. It automatically gives you the text. So I'm just going to keep that there and just say hello there. So basically in that small app, whenever you click this button, hello, your phone should say hello there to you. Now, I'm not sure what stage any of you are at with that, but when you have your app developed like this, you go up to live test, and I'm just going to turn on my screen a second because again, my internet's a bit dodgy, but hopefully you'll see this is an iPhone 6. I'm just holding it up to the screen. Can you see the feathers on the yellow button? Sorry, can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, we can see the feathers. Yeah.
Can you see the phone? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello there.
And this is this is an old iPhone 6, but
Hello there. Hello there.
now there's a little bit of text at the bottom just for to aid you with your iPhone app development, but they do not appear on the app when you download it onto the phone. So that's the Thunkable. If you do that on an Android device, same thing appears, the same app. And I'll just go back here. So that's the basic Hello app. This is one I just got ready for today just to show you. I've a basic app with 2 buttons. One is say something on it, a picture, and another button with drum roll on it. Okay, and to get that to work, I pulled in 2 buttons, and I pulled in 2 buttons and 1 picture. And also you can see sound. If you type sound here, you can drag in the little sound device. It's not visible on the app, but it'll be down below. And in blocks here, I just went, when button 2 is clicked, it says welcome to my first Thunkable app. And I'll just go back here a second. When I click on the sound device, what I did was I Googled drum roll sound effect now. And this is where I landed on this website here, drum roll sound effect. And I just downloaded it. It appeared in my download folders, I think. You see there, drum roll sound effect. And on my Thunkable app, for sound, the source of the file, I just uploaded the drum roll sound effect in there. So if I go a live test with this device, and again, turn on the video, you'll see, hopefully you'll see the new app. This is the iPhone again. And
Welcome to my first Thunkable app.
and drum roll. This was the actual one I downloaded. Okay, so that was the second one. The next one was more like what we were, oh, sorry, test 4 here. What I did here was, this is just a basic app, similar to what we had previously. I put 3 buttons on it: LYIT location, LYIT Facebook, and LYIT website. And that's just the buttons that we dragged into MIT App Inventor. And you can see that's all on screen 1. And if you notice there, I've made 3 further screens: screen 2, screen 3, and screen 4. We'll come to them shortly. And here's a code for screen 1. When I click on button 1, I navigate to screen 2. When I click on button 2, I navigate to screen 3. And when I click on button 3, I navigate to screen 4. Screen 2, and what I'm using, screen 2 is going to show the, let me just get, screen 2 is going to show the location on Google Maps. Screen 3 is Facebook, and screen 4 is the website. So to get this to work, you add your screens and you go to screen 2 and you pull on this device called a web viewer. And you'll see here, I've already pulled it in. If you look at screen 3, I've also pulled in a web viewer, and screen 4, I've pulled in a web viewer. And if I go back to screen 2 and I go to blocks, the code is when screen 2 opens, go to this website. If I go to screen 3, when screen 3 opens, I go to this website. And screen 4, which happened to be the Google Maps one, I went to Google Maps, typed in LYIT, got the URL, and just stuck it in there as well. Now let's see if I can get this up and running. What I'll do is I'll just turn off my iPhone and I'll put this one on Android. Just bear with me a sec. So you just open up the Thunkable. I've changed phones here now, so I've just gone to Android. So you go to Live Test. Make sure that the app is open up on your phone. Bear with me a sec. Try Live Test again. My phone's not on my Wi-Fi network, I don't think, here. I'll go back to Apple again, start to see. Right, sorry, I'll just put it up on the screen here. This is on the iPhone, but I'll get it sorted on the Android shortly there. 3 buttons. Now this iPhone is very old and slow, but if I click on location, it should open up Google Maps. I just use left swipe, or sorry, left to right to swipe back. Facebook and the website. So does that make sense? You can see how simple it is to do. Obviously, the cosmetics of my app again are pretty poor, but can you see it's pretty straightforward to develop an app that has links to all the various places. And when you design the app on this screen, you can then do it with both Android and Apple. Do you want to have a try and see if you can do the first one? What was test 5 I have here? Just to see if you can get it to work on your device.
Everyone okay? Yeah.
Everybody's gone home.
All giving big nods there, so we're okay.
That's good, yeah.
Just intently getting stuff in here.
Sorry, I must have missed something. Were we supposed to download these tests, or the screens you've got? Do we search for them?
Oh no, you have to create your own, Gabriel. So go to create new app.
All right. I thought we could download your.
No, there's that many up there, and there's probably quite a few called test 3, 4, and 5. So the best thing is just create.
Yeah, that's fine.
A new one. I've set up that same app on the Android device here, and you can see that it's much quicker. And that's because it's new, and the iPhone is about 6 years old. So the test one that we did was, I'll just go back here. Test 5. You don't have to worry about the background picture if you don't want. You can just drag in a button. By going in here to add components, type BUT button and drag it over, drop, and then you can go and click on the button and you can change the text. Whatever, and then go over here and type text to speech and drag that over, and it just falls below because it's not visible on the screen. Go to blocks, click on button, drag in when button, click. Go to text to speech and drag in text to speech call speak. And then type in here whatever is necessary. This has really helped us for our course, because up until this summer, we were only able to use Android. And after this started, I just checked to see if there was anything for Apple. And so some of the schools as well, you know, some classes might be 70% Apple, 30% Android. Using this here doesn't matter. They can all do it.
Martin, would it be better going forward with this just to stick with Thunkable? Or is it just good to have a wee...
Yeah, see, at the start, Dennis, I didn't even know Thunkable existed.
Yeah.
And all I was aware of was MIT App Inventor.
Yeah.
But I'd say, well, if you're going to develop an app, if you use MIT App Inventor, it's Android only. There's talk about them going to Apple soon, but that's been happening. That soundings have been there for a while. But with Thunkable, you develop one app and it fits both systems, if you know what I mean. And there's I don't know how many YouTube videos. I'm just conscious of the fact that you're still doing that, so maybe I should shut up. When you have your button in with the text on it and the blocks, make sure your phone or tablet and your laptop are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. And then click on live test, and open the app on your phone. Click on live test here, and you should see it appear on your screen. Any problems, let us know. It's hard to know.
Grace, Dennis, Gabriel, Roshan, okay? Yeah. Roshan, you're laughing there.
I'll be honest, I'm flicking back and forth between screens and then my phones. I'm lost. I know where you are at anyway, but I can always follow it up again after. Just to get
Right, Martin. So
Yeah.
we go on Thunkable. We have it, the app on our phone, but we have to design it on the laptop the same as the other one.
Yeah.
I'm on Thunkable. I seem to have
Well,
lost.
I'll just run through it on the screen here now, Gabriel. Will it step by step create a new one?
So you go to My Projects.
Yeah, and there's a plus sign there, create new app. You see it?
I don't have that screen for some reason.
Is there anything that tells you to create new app? What about everybody else? Have you?
Roshan, you have it done? Unmute yourself, Roshan, there, do I see?
When it comes up for me, Martin, there's a page
so-
that says start building.
Hello.
You got it, Roshan?
Hello.
Oh, good woman.
working there, do I?
So unthunkable. Can you see here my projects? Is that what you have, Gabriel?
Yeah, but I don't have that underneath.
None of it. What does it say?
Have you signed in?
Yeah,
And what do you see underneath?
just a big block says start building.
Oh yeah, go for that. Yeah, that's probably the very initial one that comes up. Try that.
Cool. Right.
Did it
yeah.
work? Did it work?
Yeah, I don't have that page, create new app, but I've just got it looks like it's just a create app. I
Right.
seem
So
to be on the page now with the screen. And the
right. Okay.
components.
So I'll just this is the screen that you see on mine as well, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Can you see?
Well, I never got that intermediate screen.
Okay. Can you see this button?
Yeah.
Right. Drag it in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go over to text. I'm just going to type hello. We'll not worry about colors or backgrounds or anything. Go back over here and type text to speech, and you'll see text to speech appear here. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Drag that over, and that appears at the very bottom.
Yeah.
And when you have that done, go up to blocks.
Yeah.
And go down to button 1 and drag when button 1 click in, go to text to speech and pull in text to speech, call speak, and in here you type whatever you wanted to say. Okay, now when you have that done, open up the app on your phone, Thunkable app, make sure you're logged in. And then go to live test. And you should see the app appearing up on your phone. And if I go video again, volume. Has anybody been able to get it on their phone?
Martin, I've got this on my phone, but for the Thunkable app. I don't know, I can't, how do I'm joined in with the same account, but I haven't got.
Did you log into it, Gabriel?
Yeah, I'm signed in, yeah.
And what happens when you do live test then? Does it, your phone and your laptop kind of, can you see your app? Basically this here.
Yeah, I signed out and signed in, it's come up now. Yeah.
Hello, Gabriel here.
You got it?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. What about the rest? I think, should I quickly run through the web viewer one from start to finish so that you can have Facebook, Google, and Google Maps on it? What do you think?
Yeah, maybe no harm to recap. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I just I'll go to Thunkable. Just click on Thunkable Pro again. Create new app. Test 7. Whatever number you want to use or whatever title. I go to create, and now we have the blank screen. So all I want to do in the screen here is put 3 buttons. So I'll just drag button 1 in, button 2, button 3. And for button 1, I'll just type in maps. And button 2, I'll type in Facebook. Button 3, I'll type in website. Is that okay?
Yep.
If I go then to blocks, and I go to button 1, now let me see, button 1 is maps. So when I go to button 1, when button 1 clicks, control, navigate to screen. Well, I've only got one screen in at the moment, so I'll just go back here a sec. There's our first screen. I'm going to add in a second, third, and fourth. Go back to screen 1, blocks. So when button 1 click, navigate to screen 2. I can then right click on that and duplicate again and change this to button 2, take us to screen 3, and button 3 to screen 4. Does that make sense? When button 1 is clicked, we go to a different new screen. When button 2 is clicked, we go to a different screen. Button 3 is clicked, we go to another screen. To get it to work then, all you do is you go to screen 2 and you search for web viewer and you drag it in. You go to screen 3, you drag in web viewer again. You go to screen 4 and you drag in web viewer again. Okay, so we go back to screen 2. And the first time I did this last night, so hopefully I'll remember. Blocks, screen 2. When screen 2 opens, web viewer, from web viewer, set URL to, and in here you type your website. Now you have to start off with https://www. And I'm just going to put in lyit.ie. Now I'm just thinking my second screen should be maps, but anyway, can you see here that on screen 1, when button 1 is clicked, you go to screen 2. In screen 2, when it opens, it automatically displays this website. What I did was on Google Maps, I went in, searched for LYIT. It came up on the screen. I copied the link at the top here. I went to the app. And because this one is Google Maps, I'm just going to paste it in there. The second one was so screen 1, just so we're familiar. Button 1 is Maps, button 2 is Facebook, button 3 is website. So this one here should be our Facebook. So when you're on screen 3, go to blocks. When screen 3 opens, web viewer, and here you type in LYIT Facebook, copy the URL. Oh dear, did I delete my file? Let me just go back in. I'll see.
That's funny.
Hold on a sec. And hopefully it'll be wherever I left off. Screen 2, blocks are still there. Screen 3, right. I paste in the Facebook part there. When I go to screen 4, when screen 4 opens, web viewer, from web viewer, set URL. And this one here is https://www.lyit.ie. So screen 1, depending on what button is pressed, takes you to a new screen. Screen 2 will open up Google Maps for Letterkenny IT. Screen 3 will open up the Facebook. Screen 4 will open up LYIT. So if I open up the app on my phone and go to live test, my buttons are quite small. You can change the size and all that sort of stuff. But if I click on maps, oh, sorry, I've got LYIT in the wrong place, but that's the website, Facebook, and the website takes me to maps. So I just got my first and third mixed up. So if I change this to button 3 and this one to button 1, it should. You'll soon find out when you do that, all these sorts of things happen. So there's maps, Facebook, and website. I have no idea what stage you're at. I was messing around with it for a while before. But can you see that you could have an app with quite a few buttons on, a few different screens directing you to where you want to go?
Okay,
For example, Rush's app from last week could you could use that sort of thing to take you from screen to screen. You'll notice that I haven't put any back arrows or anything. I'm just using the swipe left or swipe right on the screen to go back. And it works quite well.
Martin, can I ask a question?
Sure.
On screen one, sorry again, I was trying to do
Yeah.
something there. Do you know the navigate to? Do you have to search for that as a component, or where is that from?
Okay, so the button side's okay, is it?
Yeah, I've got the buttons and the web viewer buttons and stuff, but
So
the
go to
navigate
blocks.
to.
All right, so whenever you click a button, I'll just,
Yeah.
right? Then you go to control and navigate to. Is that okay?
Because this thing kept me back is when I logged into Thunkable on my phone, it was like just the pure Thunkable page, the intro page. I had to kind of log out of Thunkable on my phone and log back in again, and then it brought up my test apps. So if
I think Gabriel had the same problem, did he?
Yeah.
that's what I was getting as well. I had it open and it seemed to be working, but I had to come out of it on my phone and go back in again to see what I was doing on the live screen.
Yeah, it didn't show up my project the first time, then I logged out and in, and then my project was there. I think it's because I logged into the app first on the phone. I just
Can I
asked, how do we save the app?
Oh, it's saved. It's saved.
Brilliant. And can we email you, Martin, with any
Of
questions?
course, anything.
For
Yeah,
next week.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
That's brilliant. And sorry to rush at the end
No
there.
problem.
Okay.
No problem.